Ladies and gentlemen, this is a rant video. Now, just this past weekend, last Saturday, there was the shooting at the synagogue. And the police showed up and the ADL got all involved, and these people in their anti-Semitic talk, which there is no such thing as Semitic, y'all. The word is Shemitic. Okay? Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Japheth, and Shem. He did not have Ham, Japheth, and Sem. Okay? There is nobody by the name Sem in the Bible, so there is no Semitic at all. So after the shooting and everything was done, this was automatically declared terrorism. Okay? It was called terrorism immediately, ladies and gentlemen. And no one gave pushback on this. No one said a thing. Everybody went right along. Yep, that shooter went in there and it was terrorism. He was looking to kill Jewish people. Terrorism. And even all of the people investigating and everything also agreed. Yep, y'all, this is terrorism. Well, I want to take you down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen, of the Dylann Roof shooting. We immediately said this was an act of terrorism. And people online, including YouTube, trolls on YouTube too, pushed back and said, nope, this ain't terrorism. This was just a shooting. And we said, no, this is terrorism. No, shooting, mentally ill. He's mentally ill. You can look at him and tell he's mentally ill. Oh, okay. So you can't look at it and tell the synagogue shooter was mentally ill, but you can look at Dylann Roof and tell he's mentally ill. But the media gave us pushback. Everybody on social media who was non-Black gave us pushback. Nope, that's not terrorism. Nope. And the people that investigated and arrested Dylann Roof did not call it terrorism either, ladies and gentlemen. But let me just add this in, they gonna charge this dude that shot up the synagogue with a hate crime. See how they're doing this all immediately? But what did they do with Dylann Roof? Took him to Burger King. Didn't charge him immediately with no damn hate crime. See, when the face of the victims change, so does the attitude towards the actual crime. So, in my estimation, ladies and gentlemen, what they're saying is Jewish people's pain is way greater than the pain of Black people when we are shot en masse. That's what they're saying. They're saying it without saying it. And you can even see it in the articles. You pull up all the articles on Dylann Roof and just type in Dylann Roof terrorists, and you will see article after article after article not calling him a terrorist. What that shooter did in the synagogue was no different than what Dylann Roof did. In fact, what Dylann Roof did was far worse, because what he did, he sat with these people, he prayed with these people, he dialogued with these people, and then he got up and shot them. At least the synagogue shooter came in there with hate in his heart and just started shooting. He didn't sit down and try to be friendly with these people. So what Dylann Roof did, in my opinion, is far worse. But we live in a society that want us to always look at these double standards and be accepting of it. We should never accept this, ladies and gentlemen. We should never accept their deliberate disparities in how things are viewed. We should never accept their double standards and how a mass shooting in a black church is handled far different from a mass shooting in a synagogue. And this should be brought out by all of us on social media. And shame on all of you that are not talking about this. See, nothing is going to ever change unless you shame the devil. And see, we haven't shamed this devil enough, and we haven't shamed them good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, this is America once again giving us the finger when it comes down to our pain, but coddling the faces that look more like them with kid gloves. I even remember being on social media and trolls were mocking what Dylan Roof did, mocking black folks online over what Dylan Roof did in that church. They thought it was hilarious. I saw it online. Those same people that were doing that wouldn't dare come online and do that same mocking of these synagogue people that got killed. They wouldn't dare do it. I covered that story twice and I walked away. And I'm not going to bring it up anymore after today. Because the way I see it, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't respect my pain, don't expect me to respect yours. You provide sympathy for one, and for the other, well, you just gonna have to chalk this up. This dude here, he's mentally ill. But in this case, oh no, this was terrorism. Oh no. And the problem is, we don't push back on these things. And what adds insult to injury, ladies and gentlemen, is these black reporters and black TV personalities on these mainstream news media stations say absolutely nothing about this. They say nothing about the double standards. They go right along with this, calling it terrorism, and that is it. Yeah, Don Lemon is talking about, the white man is the terrorist, but he's not talking about the double standards in this Charleston, South Carolina shooting and this synagogue shooting, which he should be talking about. And if you're going to get on TV and say that white males are the root to these domestic terrorist attacks, then you can't exclude Dylan Roof. There's no possible way you can exclude him for what he did. He can't be excluded. He's also a white male. America has a social problem. Yeah, you may have military might, but one thing you don't have is a good social environment in America. America is divided. America has been divided for centuries. This didn't come from us. America has been divided from day one. And it hasn't changed. You know why it hasn't changed, ladies and gentlemen? Because people in this country like it this way. They like the imbalances between the races. They like it. And that's why it has not moved in 500 years. Socially, America does extremely poor. And in all of the centuries since this country began, they have done absolutely nothing to change it. It is not up to the Black community to change the social climate in America because we didn't start this. And it's not our mess to clean up. But we should never be silent when we see Dylan Roof do this shooting and the media and the courts and the police and everybody involved refuse to call it a hate crime and refuse to call this terrorism. But in the case of the Jewish synagogue shooting, I don't even think a full 24 hours went by and they start chanting terrorism, hate crime. And that should be unacceptable to our community. Both of these shootings were hate crimes. Both of these shootings were terrorism. Period. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. This kind of stuff really pissed me off. And I'm sick and tired of people trying to act like our pain is nothing, their pain is everything. I am done with that. And all of you should be too. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and please show your support for this channel by making a PayPal donation or becoming a patron. Peace, family.